Marcia Zwilling. Cake is a strange name for a dog, but my friend Lynn names all of her dogs after food items. She has a tan poodle, Pancake, a white Maltese, Popcorn, and a scruffy terrier named Pinto Bean. Her white miniature poodle is called Cake. I was sitting at my desk one morning, drinking my second cup of coffee. I had spilled the first cup all over my lap. I managed to blot most of it dry with a towel, but it left a huge stain on my favorite flowered nightgown. I stared blankly at my computer, waiting for the caffeine to kick in, then looked up and glanced out my window. Across the street, Lynn's truck was pulling out of her driveway. She was unaware that her beloved white poodle was chasing after her. Oh no, I thought, this can't be good. I jumped up and grabbed a shabby ski jacket and threw it over my flannel nightgown. As I sprinted through the front door, Cake was now running down the street, chasing after the truck. I shouldn't have, but I bolted in the middle of the street and took off running after him. "Cake!" I screamed, waving my arms like a madwoman, attempting to slow approaching cars. I was also trying not to stumble over the pom-poms hanging from my fluffy pink slippers. They always came untied at the most inopportune moments. "Cake!" I shouted, but the dog kept running. Then I noticed the coffee stain on the front of my nightgown. It was in a bad spot. I also hadn't brushed my hair. Between the flapping nightgown, the wild woman hair, and the fluffy pink slippers, I was a fashion statement, one that spelled lunatic. Cars began to slow and go around me as I jogged down the road. "Cake!" I shrieked, cursing Lynn for not choosing a more appropriate name for her dog. "What's wrong with Buddy or Rex, damn it?" Cake was ignoring me, unlike most of the drivers passing by. They were staring, some sympathetic, some frightened. Most quickly locked their doors. I was just hoping someone wasn't calling 911 to report the nut job stumbling down the road. Cake finally returned to the sidewalk and huddled behind a parked car. Relieved, I slowly approached him and sat on the curb exhausted. Neighbors were lining the sidewalk to see what the commotion was about. "Cake?" I pleaded as a man driving a utility truck pulled over in front of the crowd of onlookers. He got out of his vehicle and stared at me with grave concern. He didn't see the dog. "Please, Cake," I said in a more reasoning tone. The man looked desperately to the gathered crowd. "For God's sakes, people, will someone please give that poor woman some cake?"